understand, especially those who say, look at these angry blacks breaking every law they can and then telling us they want justice.
Yeah, listen, it is in fact the case that when you're on the ground in those situations, it's chaos on top of chaos inside of chaos, wrapped up in some chaos, and so we try to impose a narrative on there, but the core of the protests is always, the vast majority of people are always people who are trying to peacefully, law-abidingly express themselves. You never know who's setting a fire, throwing something. Is it a provocateur? Is it some kind of an adventurer? But I will say this to people: the restraint of the Black community in the face of this many provocations, this many videos, this many funerals, needs to be better acknowledged. The idea that only a tiny fraction of people, you have 40 million African Americans, all of whom are heartbroken, and our allies, and our friends, and our co-workers, and that you have this tiny, tiny fraction of people who are doing anything untoward. We should be very thankful that we have a Black community that is still this patient with a process that this many years into it just does not seem to be working. And so no one should make excuses for property damage or any of that kind of stuff. I'm against all that stuff. But the Boston Tea Party is celebrated, and that was from a provocation much less severe than the things we've been seeing against the Black community in all these videos over the past several years. And so no people has a patience that is without limit. And at a certain point, the people who say, hey, Black people, stop rioting. Well, listen, nobody is a part of the pro-riot caucus here. If you want fewer riots, we need to have more justice when it comes to these kinds of abuses. And the horrific strangulation murder that was done in broad daylight broke something in this country. And it will only be repaired when people look past whatever's happening with a small number of people on the street and look into the hearts of 320 million Americans who all have to look in the mirror and figure out, how did we get to a point where not just the police officer who did the killing, but the 3 other police officers thought that was an appropriate way to treat an unarmed American citizen.
Van, I want to talk to you about what a rebuttal point is to that needs to be addressed. There's no question we have to have awareness that we don't have right now because we keep winding up in the same place. But we do have live picture out of Los Angeles right now of people looting a Starbucks. And again, I want you to look at the people who are running out of the Starbucks. And then you judge for yourself. Is this only about angry Blacks who are trying to break every law they can see? I've seen at least 5 non-Blacks run out of that place while I've been watching the live picture. And why am I saying this? To defend bad actions? No. But for context of fairness of what this is and what this is not. Nobody should like it. The people who are on the street shouldn't like it. But it's about understanding where it came from, how to address it, how to get to a better place. Kyung La, is everything okay for you and the team right now? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and things are starting to devolve a bit more as the hours go on. I'll chat with you in one second, sir. What you were looking at, the live pictures you were looking at, this is a Starbucks in downtown Los Angeles, and what we've been seeing as this crowd has been going through, different parts of Los Angeles, is that they are breaking through some of the windows. We saw them break through the Starbucks. People run in, grab items from Starbucks, and run out. What the Los Angeles Police Department, I can chat with you in 1 second. I'll chat with you in 1 second. What the police here in Los Angeles have declared this type of gathering to be an unlawful assembly. What that is they are now staging to essentially try to disperse the crowd and to say if they stay, there will be arrests made. So what we've been seeing throughout the evening is the Los Angeles police trying to go in and disperse the crowds. But as the hours are going by, things are getting a bit more heated as some of these protesters are turning on the businesses here in downtown Los Angeles. One thing I want to point out is that there is a diverse crowd here, and different sections of this protest is broken up into smaller groups, and each smaller group seems to have a bit of a personality. Some are more confrontational with police. Others chant in unison. Others seem to just want to cause some violence. So, it's right now I don't see any police officers, but we have seen police officers move in after you see, and you can see some guy in there just rummaging through the Starbucks.
Yeah, that's the guy who said he wanted to do an interview with you about what's going on. Now he's inside the Starbucks, going through the tables. The guy in the baseball jersey is about to exit right now. He just walked across. Are you and the team safe? Anybody threatening you there?
No, just, people
Good.
really want to talk. Some people just want to pose for the camera like this guy with the
Yeah.
dog. But when you do talk to some of the people who've gathered here, there are people who feel very passionately. They're very upset.
Yeah.
And
No,
then there are some who look like they're joining in on the crowd.
understood. There's something for everybody in these scenarios, as we both know very well. Kyung, stay safe, stay aware, and let me know when to come back to you, okay? I'm going to go to Sarah Seidner in Minneapolis. Sarah, what's going on? Is this a distraction?